Okay, welcome back to the channel. Tonight's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to take a look at soybean harvest from the air and just do a little bit of fly around from this field. It's Tuesday night. We're rolling in some soybeans. Got Matt in the combine right now, and the dust is flying. So we've been harvesting since Saturday night. We were broke down last week when it was good weather, so we had a little bit of a delay, but now we're back rolling. We got things figured out. We couldn't get the feeder house on the combine to go up. Ended up being a few O-rings blown apart, which luckily my dad was able to tear that apart and rebuild those spools for us. And then when we had it down, we decided to take off all the shaker arms on the sieves, and we had Monroe press in all new rubber bushings on there. So we were back rolling. We started Saturday night. We rolled Sunday, Monday, and now it's Tuesday. Up until today, we've had kind of wet moisture. We've been putting it in the bin with stirs. The moisture's been a little bit high, 16%, but we wanted to keep going. Tonight, they're running about 14% moisture, and I'm expecting by the night over, we'll be down into 13.5%. So soybeans have to be a certain percent moisture to get accepted into certain elevators, especially if they don't have drying on site, which we actually have quite a few loads scheduled to go to Canada, which we don't want to have those loads rejected because of high moisture when they're a few hundred miles away from the farm. So this is our combine. It's a 1660 Case International, and then we're running a 20-foot head on the front of it. Our farm used to do grain crops. It used to do a lot of processed vegetables, green beans and peas, and then we got out of it in the late 90s for a few different reasons, but one of the main ones was the buyers where you could take the products to were starting to close down, and that market was just getting limited. So we ended up getting out of it. We kept a few pieces of equipment like the grain drill and a few other things. So we had all this stuff around, just sitting in barns. So when I got out of college, we started taking over the open land on our farm, which we use the open land for nursery rotation. So we had the tillage for doing apples, planting new orchard for the nursery, and we had the grain drill. So that first year we were able to plant some soybeans, and we actually had a friend come in and combine those for us. And that second year we thought we could get a machine, especially this machine. It's a 90, so it was a little bit more easy to justify. And that way we can do it when we think the time's right and we don't have to wait on anyone. So this has been a great machine for us. I think it's on year 5 or 6 of us running it. And it's going to be close to, I believe, 5,000 hours by the end of this season. But, you know, we just try to keep things kept on it, and hopefully it'll last us for a lot more years to come. So we're combining. We grow quite a few different varieties of soybeans, as well as different brands, seed brands, but we're in a Asgrow 1.7 group bean variety, and then we're going to fly over here to the other side of this field, which you'll be able to see a different variety on the east side of this field. So you can see those beans are a little bit more darker, I would call them. And then when we get right to about there, you can see they lighten up to the right of us, and that's a different variety. That's a Seedway 1.7. So how soybeans are rated, it's not like a 100-day maturity corn or anything like that. they're group beans. So there's group 0, group 1s, group 2s. So group 0 being the shortest day length bean, group 2 being longer, and in some areas of the world, you know, they're growing 3 to 4s. But in upstate New York here, we're growing anywhere from a high 1 to a low 2, at least on our farm. The longest bean we're growing this year is a 2.4 Pioneer Extend bean. So this happens to be one of our largest fields we're combining in tonight. It is 67 acres, and our smallest field that we will combine this year is 0.3 acres. So we'll try to farm whatever we can to make the most out of the land. So over here to the left is a new orchard planting that we did last fall and finished up this spring. Actually, if you want to see these rows we're flying over planting, you can see apple tree planting video we put out this spring. But this block's just about finished. As the drone comes around here, you can see that patch of soybeans on in the very back. We're going to plant that, finish those rows up with more trees this fall or this spring, depending on weather and, you know, how, if we got the time and the people around still. So that block was Honeycrisp, Gala, and Snapdragon. We've had an extremely warm fall so far. Today it's in the 70s. The lows are getting barely below 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Actually, they're not. So that's giving us a lot of dew at night. It's not killing these beans off, so the stems in some of these varieties are a little more greener, but the beans are dry. We are about probably 40% along with soybeans, and we got a great weather up ahead. Got some great weather, so we're going to be able to chip away at these beans this week, getting some wheat planted, and of course harvesting apples every day. So we're going to wrap this video up. The drone's yelling at me for low battery. I might have said this, but Saturday when I was combining, I was able to do a lot of footage from the cab, and I just didn't have time to edit that. So that'll be next week's video. I'm going to try to keep putting a video out either Monday or Tuesday of the beginning of the week, so that way if you're looking for a video, you know you can check in on a Monday or a Tuesday. So that's going to do it for this video. If you like this style video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you don't, I guess you could hit the thumbs down button. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good night. We're going to keep rolling at these beans until the dew sets in. So we'll catch you later.